hood walking up the street. Well, sir, is he serving a peach? Nah, he's just staring at me. Wait, are you serious? How does it look back into old times? I'm just curious. 17-year-old Trayvon Martin was gunned down by 28-year-old George Zimmerman because I guess brown-skinned drug police make him seem tough and suspicious enough of a reason not to touch this man's hand. Listen, somebody's trying to premeditate. Police were told to help him escape and the king got that line in his way, but Zimmerman claimed that he was the victim. And Trayvon was the aggressive bomb. Well, I'm being into the screen stop, I just gun to stop. And Zimmerman stood out with a smoking barrel for the crowd that another fool ain't did what they always do. I thought this young man's plan included making his mama proud of himself in school. Just as needs to be school. Was white with his wrong, so wrong. This is man's high parents set up waiting for their son to come home. I know that he made an abort for 3 days, writing silk and so-so. Not knowing when she left the house that morning that he would encounter a man who would judge him by the way he looked and would say, well, it's his own case. Murder. Not for the sins he committed, or the wrong he had done, but for being young, black, and free. For those who were guilty, for those who were still guilty. Now, who said that is dead? This is very much alive. And yet we come a long way in turning fears of folks who has yet to arrive. Only an American people of this hate crime, his killer has yet to do time. After all these years, the value of black men's life remains the same. The only difference is they're literally gunning them down for a change. But soon as they hear this authority, now it's such a liberal country where girls get arrested on flower on a celebrity. This 13-year man shot and killed an innocent African-American teen for walking down the suburban street and has yet to be committed to this penitentiary. It's apparent that his brother is corrupt, like the Nazis. And when you get out of jail, you get out of jail free. Trayvon was stripped of his life and his parents were stripped of their son as you think. This could have been any one of us. Judged, not by the vacuums of our sin, by the color of our skin. Trayvon wanted that gorgeous complexion along with that black sugar that filled his face. And I want to know that even though time is hard and evidence is tainted, we can all pray in a ton of some candidates just as Trayvon will be tainted. But I want you to know that this is real life. This ain't no riddle. Baby boy was gunned down, armed with a handful of ice feet. I found out one of my friends said,
It's been so long since it's been a while since I did this. So, I appreciate this person. But, I'm not prepared, and all. But,
I wrote it in titles because I wrote it yesterday. My generation is inspiring me in the right period because it can be so disappointing that we need help. We have to lift each other up. So, gun violence, street gangs, the blood drips. But do you feel the pain? Can you feel the rain? Do you see the stain? The youth is dying. The city is crying. But no one's trying. Stupidity remains. No stress gain, no knowledge of pain. All we see is rest and peace, and people say they feel your grief. All I can say is life is brief. The blood drips, but do you feel the pain? Do you see the stain? Can you feel the rain? Don't move into the gun violence and street gangs. Instead, make a change, contemplate, see the world, boys and girls, this world. Man is crazy. Babysitting babies, trying to be old ladies. Some man they just care less about it. Just trying to get another foul. But yet the blood still dripping. The stain still remains. The rain still came. And why? Because nobody's trying to change. This is a poem that I wrote back in 1981, before some of you were even born. And it's called A Strong Man. I like to see the hands of all the strong men in the house first. Hold them up there. Ladies, look around, see if you're strong men. All right. We're going to hold you to that. Because see, you raising your hand, a strong man, and you don't even know what I think. A strong man is all about. So let's see if you can live up to this. Now, I need all of you to help me with this poem. When I say, well, you can feel it. I want you to join me and say, a strong man. You're going to feel it. Let's go. He's up in the morning, early to rise, with dreams in his head and hope in his eyes. And he speaks with his mind. He's a man with his own style. And given the chance, he knows who is that. You know why? Because he's a strong man. Yes, ladies, he'll leap to your rescue in a single bound. The Kirby's cross never got this man down, so make him frown. That's why he's well known around town for being such a strong man. He doesn't have to flaunt to get the things he wants. He does all the good he can. That's why he's always in demand. And standing up to plead, trying to keep his people free, like a strong man. He'll fight for the cause. Day and night without pause. And though a tear fills his eyes, he will not deny that a strong man can cry. You know why? Because he's a strong man.
enslaved. On their niggas' grave in the free land of the brave, where the rights of the poor are bruised, battered, and betrayed. I spit the voice of the people who died in the fight for black rights to be equal. I spit verse. These words are a call to action. They killed Martin Luther, Medgar, Malcolm, Tupac, Biggie, Whitney, and Michael Jackson. I'm spitting for the tortured citizens, the real victims of capitalism, trying to maintain, trying to digest the stress of mediocrity and shame, working all day for $7 for change with the pain and overtime. No money for health care, they suffer inside. With little or no income, they pay their car note on time, but they late with their phone. The expenses of life start to mess with their own. They struggle to keep their job as they fight for their home. They trying to do right, but this world is wrong. But we far from united. Divided we stand with a serious lack of cash. Ain't no health care heal the wounds of our nonviolent past. Deep psychological and emotional scars manifest daily and place us behind bars, so I spit. I gotta get this mess off my chest. Innocent children can't pass standardized tests. No money for folks because they invest in death and volatile food system. Gas is for breath. Give tax cuts to the rich and shut the doors on PBS. Ain't that the dumbest crap y'all ever heard? Just raise Sesame Street, stop the cuss on Big Bird, out about a trash can, he's bagging on earth, the elbow straps on, he ain't got no words, Ernie got addicted so first, that's on the curve. I'll spit to navigate these rough waters. Democracy diluted, freedom has been slaughtered, and justice influenced by the almighty dollar, corporations running wild. Walmart, that's right, Walmart is robbing us blind. America is moving forward. This is level 4
Congratulations on your great school. It is what you make it, so make it the best. All right, I'm just saying that because I'm an alumni, so I need you to make it the best. That makes you look good. That's a lot of love there. All right, I was trying to wrap my mind around these things, so I'm going to go ahead and, me and Doug have been doing this back since like 03 around here, about 3 blocks from here downtown, so I'm going to do a little something like that. That's all. Oh yeah, this is called Waffle House 2:30 a.m. Excuse me, miss, but can I please be significant in your life without the help of my needs? For I will come to the power of God was made to Rome to place you, my queen, back upon your throne. Leaving behind capitalism, the roots of our minds for the loss and isms, an entirety of counterproductive isms, which separate our lives from white persons into praise of praise, too blind to what Satan is. And what I can't see is us in search of answers. We can't be reached, but not by pastor or fear of retaining disaster, but by only taking heed and her views together that boundaries blur. Something final with the sweetest melody sung by spinning vinyl. Do you, my skeleton, deny your flesh, even the rest of you said by others in jest, tell you miss, would you want anything else? For moons only glow for as long as one looks into the sky, for I walk with my son, and she gazed upon her, flying through to all other things but thoughts of birds who took wings. Much as they cannot fly, nor can I. Earthbound with foolishness, and who has made these rules, and how has it come to this? Fuck lines that blow steam, a mouth that feels with hot air. Let us watch the smoke, his dance smells are on, us always on the horizon, beyond the beach that's home to me. So hopelessly I died, so still surface no floor, totally lost in the nightfall. No rage out of my sword, reducing my thoughts to just waste fantasy with no place, unspoken words living only for moments, fighting currents, quick pressure, times and torrents, which are attempted to force me back to safety to be shells, protected from the rigors of an eternal war and an eternal hell. For in this place where we walk within the scope of the real, us all dying and fighting for a chance for only once to live.
It's time to take action. I'm sick of being judged by the color of my skin. this. The future is counting on you. There are differences to be made. So where's your voice? Are you going to hear the nod and prove your point? What's your doing? Ushers was riding on the back of the wagon. As ushers got into the town, I seen a sign on the building saying Negro slaves for sale. I figured that's what ushers was going to. It was 3 ushers, women, and 3 of them their maidens, and one of them was my book. They got it up off the wagon, they pushed us in the building. There they took the shackles off our feet and the chains off our hands. They put us women on one side of the building and put them their maidens on the other side. The first one they showed was my book. They marched him up on that stage, parading him backwards and forth, backwards and forth. 2 men standing on the side of the shotgun rifle. I want to scream. I want to holler. I want to yell, leave alone. Telling me that's my young daddy, you see. But I kept my mouth. But there they might kill me. A book. They had books standing up there all green, all shiny, looking like a giant back. Then now their man began to talk about the book. He said, now, here's him. Here's a fine black Negro man. He can do the job of 3 Negro man. He can walk from sun up to sundown. He got a lot more breathers left in him too. By that time, them folks on the floor, they went to scraping and scrapping and cussing and fussing. Everybody wanted a piece of butter, like he was a piece of property. Then now their man did again. He said, do I hear this? Do I hear 100? 200? And on he went. Then he said, sold to the plantation out of New Orleans. By that time, I looked over at Bud. He showed his head back. He looked straight up in the ceiling. He didn't say a word, but I know then Buck was talking to his friend. I know then. They took Buck to a plantation out of New Orleans. Took me to one down in South Carolina. It was some 20-some odd years later, I told Walter to put in the wash pot. I saw some way up there in the brush, all black, all shiny, right like stallions. I saw that water down like in the tree. Y'all look yonder, look yonder. Here's a monster. He's coming after me. I know then, y'all, Buck stayed in touch with his friends. I know then. Thank you.
This piece is called There is Weakness in Her Armor. And it's for those that are coping with emotional fears by indulging in sexual exploration, or those on the other end of the spectrum who feel that they forego another day of pleasure hiding in celibacy. Their ovaries just like close. There is weakness in her armor. She is intelligent, classy, and able to hold her own, but there is weakness in her armor. She is confident and comfortable in her own shoes, but there is weakness in her armor. She is scared to breathe, scared to believe, slowly dying inside because she is alone. Like a strong gust of wind, he engulfs her. As he conversates with her, he studies her. There is weakness in her armor. Watching as her lips seemingly move in slow motion, he desires to make the banks of a river swell and overflow. He indulges her mind and encants her heart, gently and ever so slow. There is weakness in her armor. She is lost in the fierceness of his stare, the strength of his countenance. Each time they meet, she inhales more and more of his essence. Calling to him from the depths of REM sleep, she desires to be in his presence. There is weakness in her armor. He deems her fears and doubts a worthy adversary, encouraging her to follow him without regret. His own fears soon catch him like a butterfly in a net. But his wings continue to flutter because she gives him something no other woman has. Benchmarks that implore him his physical desires to far, far surpass. All that he is and all that he dreams to be, with her he wants to share. She has now penetrated his armor, not even realizing it was there. She takes a deep breath and declares she will not fret over what it is or what it will be. Just enjoy that it is. He reassures her, saying, "You needn't worry on either front, for I am conscious of your thoughts and emotions, and they have my full attention." So as she decides to believe and dream his dreams, she takes his hand, and the sound of their armor falling reverberates across the land.
My sister did a wonderful piece. Say your piece. So, and then started thinking, right? And one of the reasons why I do what I do is 100% because of you. I had a daughter. I was in corporate America and got hooked on the bank. I had my 11-year-old daughter and she came out by name of Pooh. Right? Have y'all seen the movie Pooh Tang? There's a scene in the movie in Pooh Tang. I was actually in the hospital. There was a scene in the movie in Pooh Tang where Chris Rock was actually a airport. And he tells Pooh Tang, y'all can feel it. And he tells Pooh that if the belt was your power, it's the love that you have in your heart is your power. Never had a father with him. And because of what I was going through at the time, I didn't change the name of Pooh because I wanted to make sure that I never forgot to tell her that I love her all the time. So from that, started traveling with my man Obey and our partner Quick, who passed away now. But we wanted to do something positive. These brothers helped pull me out of the situation. Well, now I actually have, I'm a single father, full custody of my 5-year-old daughter right now. It's a testament to our life. What poetry will do, the power that it truly possesses. This is not anything. I don't play by it. It is not a joke. This is real life. We named our organization Real Life Poets for a reason. Because this is
every single day. The Creator has blessed us to be able to travel around this country. I go to school, we do workshops, we do drop-out events, doing something. Coming from a place where individuals told me I was nothing. I would never be anything. There was nothing to come from where I was. Every rhyme that is speaking, every verse that a person says, there's meaning in it, there's power in it, there's struggle, talk about it. I'm proud that I can take my daughter anywhere I go. This is what we do. I don't get up, I don't do I don't. It's not what I do. We've done it. We're real good at it. When Huggy met us, we was in a little big cafe that's probably half the size of this thing right here. And every night there was gunshots. There was pops going on everywhere. And that's the reason we started right there in our neighborhood to make sure that individuals had a safe haven or something, just like we had each other. So I'm going to read this poem is actually called Put In. My oldest daughter actually, she's been performing with me since she was 5 years old. And Maya keeps telling me I got to write her. Yeah. This is called Put In. And this is a poem to my oldest girl. She's always on my mind. She is my P-O-O-C-I-E Pootie loves her father with no conditions attached. See, she grabbed me by the heart and helped pull me out the scrap. Now that she's talking, I'm going to teach her how to rap. Show her how to be conscious with the words, give her a mic and watch her snap. Because she's my little bitty Giovanni. Shirley Tickle, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, and her grandmama. See, she made me man up and start showing more respect to her mama. Because of my P-O-O-T-I-E, Pootie, I am inspired. Now I rest when I'm tired. And a lot of people walk around and talking big just to be admired, but she's talking as silent as you so loud. One time she said, Dad, just be quiet and let your spirit move the crowd. And she's right. Because see, at times you got to sit back and just chill for a while. That's when you let them live with the nigga, baby girl, you gonna kill them with your smile. Y'all, I feel like Eddie Murphy and she's my golden child. It's like I found in the basket, floating down the Nile, when you was born from a bloodline king. Raised with my little princess, so when I'm not home, you won't be running things. I be like, you just break bread with your family and your neighbors. Love your friends and pray for the traitors. Love your brothers, don't you worry about the haters. You just trust the Almighty and it all is great love. I gotta teach you how to spit nice, step like a fish. Make your own choices, but you gotta live with the decisions that you made. And you keep your kids alive and don't you never let them fade. Because your dad, the price has already been laid, or the past has already been laid, or you can blame it from. But I'll be like, Pootie, don't turn 16, start acting like you're grown. But I know you're gonna be talking to your home on the phone and things like that. But no, dad's the one that's got your back and your front too. See, God's law say I must protect you and not let my demons start hunting you because you obey my demons. See, you were manifesting into the same plan. Brought here to make all y'all understand his name. And when she talks, she gonna spit flame. She gonna tell them little magic boys that her daddy already taught her the game. And when she do, it's gonna give her love and not. I know a lot of y'all will probably try to play her name, but she ain't gonna play your game. She just gonna lean on her papa when the world brings some pain and try to put a strain on her brain. Y'all, me and my baby girl, we got to change this thing. So it's my pleasure, my honor, and my duty to tell the whole world Daddy loves you. P-O-O-T-I-E. Boom. That's right.
And I want y'all to know that. And I want y'all to know what you say is inspiring. And if you got that, if you speak, it's true. The change is going to come from you. You know, because most of us are already set in our way. You know, like we going through the schools, now we're talking about the 50th year of the Child's March. It was y'all that made the change. It's going to be y'all that made the change. So, I've been very inspired. And as a poet, you usually don't speak about nice things all the time. You speak about social skills, you speak about a lot of things. And I got this piece called This Is Why I Spit. And I spit for a number of reasons, but before I start, I need some feedback. So when I say real, I want y'all to say life. You ready? Real life! One more time. Real life! Real life! I spit for mothers raising babies in single family homes. And fathers stationed in Iraq who may never come back home. Aborted babies and cancer patients. I spit for revolutionary soldiers who is running out of patience. I spit for Martin Luther King's deferred dream of let freedom ring. Because from Hurricane Katrina to the June decision down in Virginia, the revolution is being televised. You see, they shot John Bell 51 times right in front of our eyes, and they didn't even apologize. So, now I feel like Malcolm, holding his gun in the senator's palm, reciting his 23rd Psalm. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Because I'm not afraid of you people who never treated me as your equal. So now I speak. Freedom was death to God, souls to curtain. I spit for the burden in the uncertain. Keep your head to the sky, because we all heard. I spit to your soul late in the night to let you know that it's all right to cry sometimes. But remember, always keep your eyes on the prize. And sometimes, just be thankful that you're still alive. You see, I spit to touch lives, and this is why I spit. Thank you.
being Kim Malone. Very good.
You'll get the title later. I never understood why boys were so intrigued with sex when they haven't even hit puberty yet.
I always wondered why girls were so fascinated with a love that's too young to understand.
Maybe it's because mommy and daddy have both the information they get now. Forgetting to tell them the full story about the birdies and the bees. Like when a bee breaks the skin of your arm, it leaves his finger inside you, then
Or
dies.
how little birdies always fall out of the nest when they're too young to fly.
So those bees think they're broken wings in fear. Especially when your brain was underdeveloped hormones too raw for your appetite.
So now what?
Let's play for Barbie and 101. For girls trading their T-sets for birth control.
And boys trading their G.I. Joes for condoms.
So relationships were meant to be played with like toys. When our heart reaches its full capacity and finally breaks, you can't just go to the store and buy a new one. No one there was a difference between having relations and being in a relationship. True affection cannot be found in the backseat of his car while you're calling him daddy to replace the presence of your own father. You are just a freshman trying to figure out your way through high school. You should be carrying books of biology, not a baby in your stomach. Your algebra problems should never consist of multiplying lust, but a square root of your sex partner to equal love. I guess this woman has never made sense to me.
Kindergarten obviously didn't teach you the correct grounds for getting played. You didn't read far enough between the lines to know that puppets can't make a move unless master tells them to. See, the Kelly puppets, they told you 4 lies.
One.
That you had to be sickly green and timid or whatever Beverly Hills told you you didn't have. 2. That the yellow bow bullcrap has to be the most common source of truth for your heart. 3. That the crimson stains you have to leave across your bed sheets was supposed to make you a woman. 4. That purple was the only color your abused face was allowed to show him how much you loved him. But baby, taking that children's television won't help you become a grown-up.
It will only help you recognize that dinosaurs are purple and big purple is overgrown baby chicken.
This can tell you anything about the emotional capacity for being human. This is what I want to tell you.
Quit trying to find yourself in the ideas of a plastic manufactured piece.
That periods, puberty, and erection won't make you an adult any more than being blonde. It makes you tall and made of cold plastic makes you anyone.
Because even Bobby burned down her dream house when she found out that Ken was more obsessed with his wardrobe than her feelings.
So when he says, I love you, it really means I love you, and you too stupid to understand what love really is.
And when he puts his hands down your pants, it's just to play with your emotions.
And giving him the title daddy won't make him any more of a man.
Then you being pregnant makes you any more of a woman.
I guess. I have a hero complex because I forget I can't say everything too precious is such.
And maybe we need to be friends first before I put an adjective in front of it.
You have to know what it first feels like to be broken.
Before you can ever build yourself back up.
In order to strengthen your foundations of
You
love.
must first learn to love yourself. So here is the final example of why we can 101. Multiple choice only. Do I love you enough to give your heart a break?
My name is Chase. I'm a part of Team No Disclaimer. And the thing I'm about to do now is called Sanford and Son, and again, y'all will understand it.
No disclaimer.
Citizens of Sanford, all rise except for you, Trayvon.
But I can solemnly swear to tell the truth.
The whole
and
truth.
nothing but the truth.
There are no monsters here.
Judge, banging the gallows for testimonies ungiven, but Trayvon's story untold. My story untold. I was 17 years old, walking back home from the store, visiting my family in Sanford, but nobody told me to riot or about to rage over injustice, because in Florida,
If you're afraid of your life, you have the right to use brute force.
Then how can you be critical of the unbalanced scale of our justice system when you are willing to add weight to your side? Claiming that we ripped up that little boy's justice, but we told you from the beginning that he was free to go. Your right to report the trial that gave the same answer we had already given you. Yet, the right started again. All you had to do was prove that he wasn't afraid for his life, but you couldn't. Is it crazy to be afraid of a black
of somebody following you at nighttime?
Was I scared?
Of course I was scared. You were following me in a car. I started running. He said I started running. He could have been a rapist. I was just trying to get away. Was that the right thing to do, asking in all white jury?
Don't complain.
I figured he'd be free to go.
It was you who ripped up that jury duty notice.
But single black women don't have time to sit on a jury.
Maybe you get up on the couch and be the judge when we ask you.
They have to work for the $5 an hour for food you give them to feed that
The way you were rioting into the streets when you didn't like the verdict, it you always seem to be feeling some type of way. Trying to make it all the race that you use and realize that he isn't white? Well, only half of it. He was just a neighborhood watch Pentecost, billions dude based off what he thought he saw. All I was holding was a bag of Skittles, probably stole in a bottle of Arizona tea. He probably thought it was Patron, so see what happened to me. He thought he saw a thug, but he didn't even look me in the eye. He didn't even breathe the same gunpowder air as me. Understand, but never had to lose their lives over a bag of Skittles. And tasting the rainbow and tasting the blood in your mouth are too different to be said in the same story. It was self-defense. It's not about race. It's about justice, but where is the justice? This is between man and son, Sanford and stepchild, step on every bone in my body. Crush my testimony 6 feet under your fear. He was 30 pounds heavier than me. What did you expect me to do? Sit back and take a 8 pounds into my head, slam the left back, but into a statistic? Fact, if you threaten to pull a gun into someone's head, there's a possibility that they may shoot you in the face. Does that even matter when you see pants going only halfway up here one way? Or the half that's going to be that his skin color anyway? For all we know, he could have been Jewish. God, gangster, and I guess. I just throw graffiti gravestones as a case of test. But see, that's not even profile. If I did the same thing, would this be the same outcome? If I was afraid for my life, would this be self-defense can't be divided into a fraction? It's just a loss of a future conduct. I can't help but think that maybe there are monsters here, that maybe, just maybe me walking outside was crazy, maybe, just maybe me being at peace was suicidal. But it doesn't matter, because both suicide and self-defense use the same number of convictions.
Not everything said in the previous poem is mine. Alright. The next poem I'm going to do is a poem I wrote basically called Made from Still. It talks about the city of Birmingham and how, like for example, Mobile has this water out here that is built directly on. Birmingham is not built on water. It was made by still. It's made from still. Okay. of Rome on the Tigris, the pyramids of Cairo on the Nile, and the skyscrapers of New York and Chicago on the Hudson and the Lake. The great cities of the ancient world and the current all seem to be born on water. Birmingham was birthed not by liquid, but by still. The still city of the South and the Iron Empire of America grew so miraculously that it was dubbed the Magic City. But the magic could only hold its illusion until the metal began to rust. Because although water gets dirty, it can be filtered. But when metal corrodes, it can never be restored to its previous strength. When we thrive on coal and furnaces instead of boats and fishing, your attitude is as tough as the iron that you slave over at sloth all day. Watching as your coworkers be sucked into the furnace, and then returning to your wife to soot on your skin and smoke in your lungs. The price you paid for building the city that gave you slag instead of water. Fast forward 100 years, the city has gone from hell to haven. Furnaces have shut down and now fires are burning in churches. Citizens are dying from industrialization because of hate and racism. Instead of giving water to Africa, all Birmingham could give was still shot and iron bullets to African Americans. Skip 50 years to this week, 2013. Birmingham is considered one of the worst cities in the nation for crime, and our youth plays a major role. Because I guess while kids in other cities play with water guns, ours experimenting with steel pistols. And the lack of water supporting our sewers is hidden behind the still stadium standing tall atop the zenith of the Mount of Death. Segregation is no longer executive, but now social, a mentality of betterment and belittlement in the minds of many. 25 years from now, will Birmingham be known for the number of people in steel mills behind steel bars? Or will it be known for having a sense of determination as strong as the iron that made it great in the first place?
On September 15, 1963, 6 hours after the 16th Street Baptist Church was bombed, Birmingham claimed the life of his sixth child that day. His name was Virgil Ware, and rumor has it he was going to Rockville High School. But I specifically remember in the Bible that he who was with sin couldn't cast the first stone, and that the seventh day should have been held holy. So why would little black boy be throwing stones on Sunday? Is it because he forgot his place as a cover boy? Or is it because he disobeyed mama and forgot to take out the trash before dinner time? Maybe he saw something that he shouldn't have been seeing instead of coming on in the house where the street lights came on. But actually, in reality, Virgil Webb didn't see anything at 4:15 p.m. that afternoon. He was just having the last time in his life with his big brother James. Let's go play big car down the road and see how fast he goes. In his first day at home, he was unaware of what went on 6 hours before when bombs said to send from heaven really came from hell. The only thing that was on Virgil's mind was football practice the next day. All that time he was worried about was catching the ball and making plays, not catching stones. But apparently, as the saying goes, boys will still be boys even if they're playing games with loaded guns in their hands. But I remember cops and robbers was really fun because it did involve real person. Little David and his one rock was enough to take down mighty Goliath, but little Virgil, sweet little Virgil, he didn't grow a damn thing. And he was cut down by 2 bullets, so maybe he should have. Virgil Webb just wanted to be a lawyer, but apparently the law ain't leave no justice for what he was accused of. While the Ku Klux Klan was burning churches, the racists were burning that hatred on wooden crosses. Oh, this one little boy was guilty of burning with rubber on the handlebar for the hospital. And he got shot twice. Because rumor has it he was throwing 3 rocks. But throwing rocks doesn't equate to throwing bullets and keeping pebbles across the front of his pipe when he quit from church. On December 6, 1949, baby Virgil Webb was born the second son of a coal miner at his site. 13 short years later, on September 15, 1963, shortly after 4:15 p.m. that afternoon on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama, 2 shots was all it took to end this fight. Maybe Daddy coal miner wasn't kicking hard enough, but down in the paper, his baby was protection. This parent just shoot me in the middle of those things and just get almost really have to do. I was just saying, but you got one in my chest and one in my cheek. Did you know much? I think I'm a hole in your eye. But if we just throw that fire when you find it.
wasted land with fair school systems, dominant conservatism, and a tall glass of segregation.
But only one person must act.
Don't let your daddy hear you say war eagle if he throws ties, because down here, football is telling graduates and rednecks it's okay to let the media control you.
My elevator night shed light on what's really going on in the heart of this plantation country.
Racing our way between now, car flying is running over stereotypes, so when we take a break in the pit stop, I'm watching
South, we beat smiles into the cracks of breaking faces when you love it when we speak in that southern drawl.
Sweet sentences to soothe the rising of your injustice on the back of our big boy T&C.
But don't tell David to and Christian Roots of Red Rock who understand color care by the Confederate flag. Virgin Southern Bells are only allowed to walk down school hallways if they're dressed in white and purity. But I know what you did when you summer in the barn of your dad's farm. I know you didn't expect us to say something that brings so much value to your countryside views.
But I bet you didn't expect us to say that plantations are just reminders of Roman Coliseum with a lion action domesticated kids. See, Coleman, Alabama is like walking through a time machine, bringing you back to the past and to the present. So, how many sips of thicker-laced red Kool-Aid will it take to disregard the hands around your neck and the daggers in your section?
Somehow, the location of my residency dictates the amount of respect I get outside state lines, never knowing that our modern-day segregation lives within our school systems. But beware of the questions they ask, like, what are grades? Or, is Alabama the place where people march all the time? God forbid if they figure out we actually have grocery stores and shop at real malls. But Alabama is home to history that isn't tempered by industrialization. So contrary to your beliefs,
We do wear shoes.
we buy our clothes from museums and galleries.
We don't go pee in our house.
And over there down yonder is not prominent in our vocabulary. Segregate my mind just so my thoughts can be as one-sided as
As
yours.
you scream to a savior, you call your God, not knowing how much hypocrisy and slander your tongue bears.
But I hear the whole sweet blasphemy from your inferior motives, drenching my pride and instead calling them unattainable right.
Critically analyzing your technicolor perspective to achieve some sort of sick and twisted justification for your unruly actions. But as our hunger for humanity grows,
Our generation rises by handing us out to the debt of an unpaid society. So here is your equality. Give it to you to hang upon this flagpole the way you hung my ancestors from your perfectly planted trees.
but eagles, workmen distract M16s and what that?
And the flow of God's crimson will never rotate to a dictatorship.
History from Alabama is a history that you only know, but that history is just his story, puzzle pieced together to create this plan, to create some kind of sick and twisted justification about our lifestyle.
And it's okay to have a Saturday night KKK meeting as long as the Southern Bell Baptists don't know that their pastor was burning crosses.
So Sweet Home Alabama ain't so sweet. It's just a bitter-facing alleyway that refuses to reassess their views on human rights and modern-day technology. So we'll change the word when our full hospitality starts treating us like strangers.
Just one more question.
How many fire hoses and bills of sweet tea will it take for you to disregard your textbook ideas about